Mental illness is at an all-time high in America. Ever since, I think, 2010, it's just been 100% up. I mean, everybody has a mental illness. You can go down to the doctor and saying, yeah, I feel a little depressed today. And they'll just hit you with some narcotics and say, hey, have a good day. Here you go. Come back in a week for another refill. Yeah, just dope you up on prescription. Don't talk to anybody rational at all and have you have a different perspective about your situation. No, that won't work at all. And that's why Elizabeth Warren is so critical about backing up the medical industry, even though she says she's not for it.
You would say Pocahontas says yes?
In the last 5 years, the trust of the medical industry has been going downhill faster than a celebrity covered in baby oil at a Diddy party.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
And people are asking nowadays, why don't people trust the science anymore, guys? Come on, what's going on here? So in a little old place called Minnesota, where Tim Walz resides at, unfortunately, where all the fires and stuff happened in 2020 with the George Floyd stuff. So there's 5 Republican lawmakers in Minnesota trying to pass a law to make Trump derangement syndrome an actual disease. If you don't think that Republicans are just trolling nowadays, you're seriously wrong. I mean, after when Doge came out, come on now, Doge, a Dogecoin that Elon Musk endorsed once upon a time, trolling has went beyond the internet and now it's leaking into our politics. I mean, it's been happening ever since like 10 years ago, unfortunately, with all the different genders. There's like 50 genders, and that leaked out of TikTok into an actual law. So that's not surprising at all. And if you don't know, TDS is a pejorative term used to describe criticism of or negative reaction to Donald J. Trump, our president, that are perceived to be irrational and to have little regard for Trump's actual policy positions. Pretty much, it's to discredit anybody that has negativity against Trump, which is absolutely funny. I mean, if this is real, a lot of liberals do have a TDS. That's the short term. And unfortunately, they don't want to listen to any policies. They just want to go, bad orange man, not good. Vote whoever's not Trump. Orange man, bad. This has to be the craziest push for a mental illness that I've ever heard in my whole entire life. And honestly, I think this is a punch towards the liberals because they literally want to pass everything as a mental illness. Why not do this? Hey, you could go to a doctor saying you're having a bad day and they could hook you up with some Oxycontin. Why not go down there and say, hey, I have some TDS. Where's my Oxycontin at? Come on now. And of course, I don't endorse drugs at all. I just think it's hilarious that this is happening. This is actually getting pushed to Minnesota out of the bluest state in the country, which is, I don't think it's going to pass. Honestly, it's not going to pass. This is just Republicans trolling, man. I swear. But I do have a video of the news article, and I wanted to react to it with you guys today. So before we get into the video, go ahead and like this video and subscribe for fire content like this. All right, let's get in the video.
Republican lawmakers in Minnesota want to, here in the state, add Trump derangement syndrome as an official mental illness.
The bill aims to change our state's definition of mental illness to include a form of criticism of the current president. Hannah Flood joins us from the Live Center with the details on this. Is a bill that's getting national attention. Good morning.
This is a news article. This is a news article, guys. This is on the news. This isn't The Onion. This isn't the Babylon Bee. This is Fox 9 in Minnesota.
Yeah, good morning. This bill defines the Trump derangement syndrome as an acute onset of paranoia in otherwise normal persons that is in reaction to the policies and presidencies of Donald J. Trump. Now, this bill lists symptoms as verbal hostility towards President Trump and overt acts of aggression and violence toward supporters. Currently, mental illness is defined as a disorder or other issue that is included in a diagnostic codes list. While it's frequently used by President Donald Trump and his supporters, Trump derangement syndrome is not recognized as a mental diagnosis. The derangement syndrome political phrase was actually coined in 2003 by a political commentator. The Minnesota bill borrows the exact phrasing that commentator used to describe Bush derangement syndrome, describing critics of former President George W. Bush. Now, according to online records, this bill is set to be introduced today and referred to the Health and Human Services Committee. It is unlikely to be approved by the split legislature, but we'll, of course, let you know what happens. Tom McKelly?
Just please, for the love of the memes, please pass this, Minnesota. If you're a Minnesota politician and you come across this video, just please pass this. Even if you're a Democrat, just pass this law. I can see so many Democrats lining up at the doctor's office trying to get some free drugs off of the doctor saying, yeah, I hate Trump. I have a disease. I I need help. And I think it's just hilarious because the Democrats for the last 5 years has been just making everything a mental illness. Everything you can think of is a mental illness now. Why not add this? I mean, hey, I advocate for this, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I advocate for this. I think this is the most logical thing that has to be a mental illness since forever. I mean, come on now. If you could change your pronouns to Zim, Zim, and Zer, and you're trying to force people to cooperate with that, I think this should be passed. But I just can't believe we live in a world, and it's still going on with Trump in office. We just still live in this world where memes are just coming out on the internet still. It is getting passed over to government. It's so funny, guys. What do you guys think about this bill? Do you guys think it's going to get passed? It's not going to get passed. I'm telling you right now. It's a wet dream for everybody that this gets passed. The meme is alive and well, and it's in law in Minnesota out of all the places because it's a total liberal state. So what you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next video.